Hurricane Harvey is now a Category 3 storm, packing destructive wind gusts and intense wind, and some places could get up to 3 feet of rain. Harvey looks to be the most powerful storm to make landfall in the United States since 2005. WJZ has first warning weather coverage. Weijia Jiang reports for WJZ in Corpus Christi, where residents are being urged to evacuate immediately. And Bob Turk and meteorologist Tim Williams are following the storm's path and the impact. We're going to start with Weijia.
A violent surf is crashing into the Texas Gulf Coast as Hurricane Harvey whips closer to landfall. Forecasters expect it to bring at least 20 inches of rain, in some areas much more, enough to turn towns into islands for days.
Brace yourself, prepare for the worst, and be ready to try and get out of town as quick as you can.
Chris Rickers isn't leaving.
I decided to stay to protect my house.
Are you worried about your decision to stay?
A little bit. I'm mainly worried about my kids.
Governor Greg Abbott is pushing everyone to head inland.
You have the power and the ability right now to be able to avoid being stuck into a search and rescue situation if you make the decision to get out of harm's way before it is too late.
Meteorologists expect the storm to be a Category 3 hurricane as it makes land. That would mean winds topping 115 miles per hour.
7 coastal counties from here in Corpus Christi to Galveston Island have ordered mandatory evacuations. Officials say they cannot guarantee rescues for people who stay behind.
This retirement home loaded residents for the ride to Austin.
I would have preferred to hunker down at home, but my concerns are for the people of Corpus Christi and our city.
The National Weather Service says the winds could be life-threatening, but that the greatest threat is from potentially catastrophic flooding. Weijia Jiang, WJZ Eyewitness News.
First warning weather continues now with Bob Turk and meteorologist Tim Williams tracking the storm and its potential impact. We're going to start with Bob.
As we mentioned, this can be really a catastrophic storm. Not only the wind damage, but the rainfall amounts are going to be unbelievable. Take a look at the radar, a very impressive display. As you can see right now, the center of the storm just off the coast of Texas, southeast of Corpus Christi, with the rain shield all the way up toward Houston, portions of Louisiana into about San Antonio, down into northern Mexico. That will continue to press off to the north and northwest, but it's going to slow down. The storm is not moving very fast right now. The winds, guess what? Category 3 up to 120 with gusts up to 140 miles an hour. Its pressure has been dropping. The winds now, that is Category 3. It could get even stronger briefly before it touches land. Later on, it will probably weaken as it comes ashore. However, some of the models actually have the storm going back into the Gulf. It could regenerate into a Category 3 once again. Now, all the models have it get right into the coast, as you can see, very closely aligned. It may come in a little bit, but there's no steering currents out there, so it looks like it's going to sit there for several days, and that's going to be the real catastrophic issue with the rainfall amounts in that region. Tim has more on what we can expect. Tim?
Well, definitely, as Bob mentioned, these rainfall amounts are all an indication of how slowly the storm is moving. First off, as Bob mentioned, it is going to stall somewhere potentially right near Texas. There is little to no steering current, meaning there's no front, nothing else to nudge it along. So when it comes on shore, it just stays there and it sits there and it spins there, and it will create potentially some life-threatening floods. And that is because of the amount of rain. Some parts of the area down around Corpus Christi could see between now and Monday up to about 2 feet of rain. 24 inches of rain. And along with that, because the storm is pushing water inland, it could also see some areas around 12 feet in storm surge, a 12-foot storm surge. Now, this is 20 inches of rain estimated down in San Antonio through Monday. Corpus Christi, 20 inches, 0.1 inches of rain till Monday, 21.8 inches of rain through Houston. And then again, you're talking about flat terrain, very dry conditions down there on the ground, so there's not a lot for it to run off. And these are conditions that are going to be with them for quite some time. Mary, we'll continue to keep you posted. They're just starting to get the beginning of this storm. Back over to you.
We're just starting to follow it, Tim. Thank you. Stay with WJZ for the latest on Hurricane Harvey. We will continue to track the powerful storm's path, bring you the very latest when it does make landfall.